I do want to spend a few minutes covering the latest rantings from former President Donald Trump. As we learned this weekend and as we talked about on yesterday's show, Donald Trump is very much in control of a huge portion of the Republican Party. And Trump's agenda setting power is going to influence how the Republican Party positions itself for 2022. In 2022, hopefully Joe Biden can get much done between now and November of 22. But those second 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency are going to determine the legacy of the administration in terms of the totality of what gets done. Now, Donald Trump, as you may know, has a blog. It was promoted as a new social media communications platform. Was going to be life-changing, was revolutionary. Turns out it's just a blog. And the blog posts read like tweets. So this is kind of like sad Trump Twitter, as maybe we should call it. And over the last 48 hours, Donald Trump has published multiple screeds to sad Trump Twitter. And if they are any indication about the likely direction and focus of the Republican Party over the next period of time, it's looking very humiliating. And I'm unclear whether there's a strategy here at all, never mind a potentially winning strategy. So let's jump right in. Donald Trump starting out, even Sunday's Mother's Day, turning it into something political, saying, "Happy Mother's Day to all. It will all come back bigger and better and stronger than ever before. Do not worry." Now, the economy is doing as well as it has done throughout the entire pandemic. New stock market records. Inflation remains low. Vaccination is doing well. Biden's popularity, 63%. More than half the country thinks we're going in the right direction. So Trump is teasing that someday we'll get back to things being good. Things have improved dramatically since Donald Trump left. From then, Trump going on to to blog about the Kentucky Derby, but very late, saying, "So now even our Kentucky Derby winner, Medina Spirit, is a junkie, Junky." Now that's the wrong spelling, but that's fine. This is emblematic of what is happening to our country. The whole world is laughing at us as we go to hell on our borders. Our fake presidential election, he's still going with that, and everything else. Then Trump attempting to weigh in on the Liz Cheney situation once again. And this relates to that pro versus anti-Trump split in the Republican Party that we talked about in some detail yesterday. Trump saying, quote, "The House GOP has a massive opportunity to upgrade this week from warmonger Liz Cheney to gifted communicator Elise Stefanik. Elise has intelligence, an endorsement from American patriot Brandon Judd, and the National Border Patrol Council. She has an A+ from the NRA, and she loves our veterans. We need someone in leadership who has experience flipping districts from blue to red as we approach the important 2022 midterms. And that's Elise. She knows how to win, which is what we need." Now, the theme here is cancel those who aren't on message with the Republican Party. These people claim to be against cancellation, and yet they are very quickly going to cancel Romney, cancel Liz Cheney, and Trump wanting to play kingmaker for 2022. Then Trump issuing sort of like a political endorsement, also part of this he wants to play kingmaker narrative, saying, quote, "Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is a great fighter for the people of Texas. He has stood up for life, liberty, the Second Amendment, border security, our military and our vets, and our God-given freedoms. He is governed by conservative principles of low taxes and careful spending, always doing what is best for his great state and for America. Texas should reelect him. He is outstanding and has my complete and total endorsement." Now, Dan Patrick is one of the most disgusting state-level officials, up there with Greg Abbott from Texas and, so many others, Kristi Noem and so many others. He's the guy who early in the pandemic said, "Listen, grandma would sacrifice herself for the economy," by which he meant the stock market. And it went downhill from there. So Trump already aligning his endorsements, and they are of the worst, most horrible people. Then Trump going after Mitt Romney, continuing the Republican Party split, saying after being loudly booed at the Utah Republican Party convention, Utah's Weber County censured Rhino Mitt Romney in the strongest of terms. Washington County Republicans also censured Romney in April. He is bad news for our country. Clearly, Trump will be involved in the 2022 election. And then lastly, another one of these delusional election fraud posts, Trump writing, the major Michigan election fraud case has just filed a bombshell. No, they haven't. Claiming votes were intentionally switched from President Trump to Joe Biden. The number of votes is massive and determinative. This will prove true in numerous other states. All Republicans must unify and not let this happen. If a thief robs a jewelry store of all its diamonds, the 2020 election, the diamonds must be returned. The fake news media refuses to cover the greatest election fraud in the history of our country. They have lost all credibility, but ultimately they will have no choice. So he's still going. And we could write it off as just delusions, but most of the Republican Party still believes it. They still believe Joe Biden didn't really win the 2020 election. So the question is, can this work to win them 2022? It lost them the House in 2018. It lost them the Senate in 2020. It lost them the White House in 2020. Can it work in 2022? Or is it destined to give them the same disaster? Let me know what you think. We are doing a one-day huge membership special on Memorial Day. Want to be notified? It's very easy. Just get on my mailing list at davidpakman.com. On Memorial Day, a glorious day, you will get an email telling you exactly how to take advantage of this incredible one-day membership special. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pakman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft, and it's free. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pakman.